Hello, this is Patrick. Welcome to Chart Built Wealth, profitable investing with technical analysis. Well, 2 days ago, I initiated buy recommendations, one on the S&P 500 and the second on the technology ETF XLK. So you buy those just like you buy a stock. And hopefully you bought it. It was when there was a lot of negativity in the market, and that's when it's ripe to be buying. So let's get into it. Here's my thoughts. Here's how I'm managing this. And this is, we don't want to give back our gains on this. So this was the S&P 500 on the day that we initiated with a buy rating, and a couple of reasons. Number one, the confluence of moving averages came around as support underneath. Prices came back to that convergence of moving averages. So it was a type 2 rainbow convergence. And as long as it held this spot, it promised a new higher high. Okay. Let me back up here. This is a 2-hour chart. So each one of these candlesticks represents 2 hours of trading. So this is only like, I would say it's 2 months, this whole chart. So this pattern right here is very, very small. And the smaller the pattern, the less reliable they are. And the less the move is going to be, most likely. So we had the rainbow convergence, a type 2, came right down on it, closed for the day right there with a nice bullish hammer where prices started out that 2-hour period at the top. Intra 2 hours came down, tested that like it wanted to break it, and then it wasn't able to. It regained that support of moving averages. So I decided before the market closed, I want to say it was an hour before, I said I'd be buying this, buy the market, buy the S&P 500, specifically this. SPY is the ETF. And also, we had a possible bullish pattern here, like a man or woman hanging upside down with the left shoulder, the head, the bottom of the head, and the right shoulder, and the neckline. So if we were able to clear 66.25, you'd measure from the bottom of the head to the neckline and project that distance upward, and you'd come up with approximately 6,900, which was basically 5% upside. But given how oversold the market was, that was probably going to happen pretty quickly. And I put my stop down here at 65.25. So I didn't want to see this low. I didn't want it broken. I didn't want to see the rainbow convergence, a support give way. And you can see we were nice, and we weren't oversold like over here, but we certainly weren't overbought with this chopping around here. So the setup was very nice for a short-term pattern and a short-term trade. And here's where we are today. So we gapped up, a few hours later, the next trading day, and we're approaching our price projection of 6,900. So what do I tell my viewers to do? When something is up, you sell some. So let's just say you had 100 shares of SPY, and you get a big gap up like this. You probably want to sell 5 or 10 shares of that. You want to lock in your gain, just in case it doesn't work out and we get a big reversal the next day. So we're getting close. We're only 1% away from the price projection. Does that mean it can't go higher? No. But I bought this pattern specifically. I bought this security specifically for the pattern. And so when it gets up here, I'll bring it down to my minimum. So, if I had 5% in the S&P 500, I got 8 buy recommendations right now. I'm going to be down to 2% if we hit that tomorrow. If we break our new stop, I've raised our stop from 65.25 up to 67.30. I always want to have a gain. I don't want losses, and if I get a loss, I want it to be very small. So that's how you make money. You keep your losses small, and you cash in on the ones that you're right on. So I wanted to just tell you that if it's up tomorrow, I'm selling a good amount of mine. I've sold some already. I'll sell some more tomorrow. We're starting to get overbought here. So that's, we have a very turbulent market. Uh, I still think we're forming a bigger top here. As my followers know, I'm bearish long term and intermediate term, but tops take a while to develop. So that's my take there. Let's move on to XLK, the Technology Spider Fund. This is an ETF. You buy it like a stock, and it's got all the big names in it. I believe NVIDIA's in there, and Google, and all of those. Again, I don't care who. I don't fall in love with any company. I look at the chart and I buy or sell. So I tried to buy this before. I tried to buy it here based on the pattern that was developing, and I got stopped out with a small loss. And then I let it come down. I let it come down. And it came way down, broke support right here. Um, and so actually was looking for a place to short it. And then we had the same thing, the rainbow convergence, all the moving averages coming together and prices coming down to that support level. And we had a bullish hammer where it actually ended up on the 2 hour period. And that told me that this was where to buy. And so actually you can see there were two more trading. So there were 4 hours more in the trading before the close. And we had the same thing, the small inverse head and shoulders pattern. That's a bullish pattern. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline. If it closed above 137, we measure from the bottom of the head to the neckline and we come up with 148. So let's see what happened. Here's what happened. Gapped up the next day. And so what did I do over the last 2 days? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess it's only been, yeah, it's actually been 2 days. So I've been selling. I sold some here. I sold some into the close. We do have a bullish hammer here, uh, 2 hours before the close today. So, that may be support. Maybe we get another pop upwards, where most people will want to say, oh God, I want to own this. I'm going to buy it. Not me. I'll be selling. So I'll bring this down to my minimum also. So that is what I wanted to talk to you about. Thank you for watching Chart Built Wealth, Profitable Investing with Technical Analysis. Please like and subscribe. I think the advice has been solid. Adios.